Reload. Ready?
Yeah.
You look ready.
What is going on, comic fans? Welcome to the Legion of Comics. It's the holiday season. It's Tuesday. That means there's a lot of good books to look forward to celebrate the season by picking up reading, going to your LCS, enjoying the day. It's a big week. It's another big week. Last week was huge. Last week I had a ton of titles. This week I have close to the same amount. Not as many DC as last week, but a lot total. Definitely a lot total. A lot of good stuff. I was able to read a good bit of them today at the shop. Can't wait to talk about them. We're not doing spoilers. It's Tuesday. We'll save the spoilers for Sunday, but I'll cue you in on what I'm excited about, what's going on, what's happening, and what you need to make sure you don't miss out on. We're going to be doing all of that right after this. Be sure to check out the links in the description to all of my videos to find some fantastic resources like Big Time Collectibles, Justin Comics Cleaning and Pressing. Let him know you found him via the channel. He can also submit stuff to get graded if you want to get your collectibles encapsulated. He can help you out with that as well. And a big shout out to ABX Comics and Games, my local comic shop, where all the books we're talking about here today, I pick up from there. That's where my pool list is. And if you don't have a place to have a pool list, if you're always worried about missing out on comic books, look no further. They got you covered. You can set up a long distance pool list with them, and they do free shipping on orders over $100. It was ABX that hooked it up so that we have the weekly giveaway, and it's no different this week. Celebrating DC KO with the Fight Month kickoff. That's right, it's Fight Month. It's finally time for those 1v1s, that bracket they told us to make. Maybe it's becoming a thing now, I guess. We have Superman versus Captain Atom one-shot as part of the DC KO, the John Jang variant, and then another variant that was absolutely bananas featuring Captain Atom by an artist named Sean something that I can't pronounce properly. I might attempt it later when I can see his name in front of me and attempt to pronounce it. But needless to say, I'll still get it wrong. But these covers you can't go wrong with. Absolutely wicked cool. We'll be giving that away before the end of the stream. And if we hit the super chat goal, we'll add in the bonus books. I've got 4 bonus books, and kind of like the new norm is I'll show you one of them. It's that foil art germ White Rabbit cover. She was featured in episode 1 of season 2 of Peacemaker. Wicked awesome at that. And 3 other books can get added in there as well as the bonus prizes, the stickers, I don't know about magnets, just all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff get thrown in there with it. Sealed trading card packs, what have yous, and stuff like that. Let's see who's in here already. We get it kicking off on time today. Let's see. Got Las Cruces in here. Hooray. Hooray to you. Lisa, how's it going? Hello, hello. We got Matt in here. Happy DC Day to you. Ruby G, what's going on, man? Merry Christmas, my friend. Leafy Substances, a.k.a. Steven with a C, a.k.a. A1 from Day One. Happy new DC Day Legionnaires. And he's dropping the $2 super chat. Let's kick this off early. Well done. Let's go. Awesome sauce. We got Nick's Kicks and Comics saying, hey, yo, hanging and watching from BTC. Tell Nelson I said, what's up? Ronnie Johnson, what's up? Hey, Mark. Hey, Legion. How's it going, homie? Bryant, how's it going? Good to see you in here. Metal Elf, what is up? Hello, hello. Hope everyone's doing good. It's been a busy week. The holiday seasons are officially off and running, right? Officially off and running. DC KO is fun, but did you read Infernal Hulk yet? I did. I did read Infernal Hulk. I picked up number 1, and I picked up all Hulk, and I got the 1 in 25 variant for it as well. And it wasn't bad. It was pretty good. It had a lot of shock value to it. I talked about it in full spoilers Sunday night during At Week's End when Paul and I were going through all the books. It was pretty solid. I think it's going to be a confusing point for a lot of readers because it says number 1, but it's really like number 30 something. It's a part of the continuing story arc that's been going for about close to 2 years now, right? But it was definitely a shock and awe kind of book. You know, the eldest is in control of the body of the Hulk. Bruce is separated, and it was just Hulk just decimating a town, kind of raising the dead and turning them into monsters. And laying claim to the throne here on Earth for the mother of monsters, the eldest. But it was fun. It was fun. Looking forward to seeing where it goes. So far, a lot of the PKJ stuff outside of the Superman War World saga seems to just kind of be decent, not great. Gets a little long in the tooth, but we'll see what he does with it. Hello, my fellow Tuesday watchers. What's going on, Phil? Continues where Incredible Hulk 30 took off. Yeah, and I was posting and I was commenting on PKJ stuff, trying to warn people ahead of time that this new Infernal Hulk #1 is I know Marvel likes their #1s. It was just such a weird place to launch a new #1. It just had to be confusing for a lot of people. But yep, tried to warn people. He's pretty much doing what he did with Action Comics, telling like this long multi-year, one solid story arc. With Action Comics, it really stuck the landing and it really did a lot of good stuff. So I'm hoping we get the same thing here. Philip Kennedy Johnson just announced last week that he's going exclusive with Marvel as well. So we'll see what happens. I early on when he kind of took off, I would almost swear by him. I'm like, yo, this guy's going to be phenomenal. You got like Jeremy Adams, Ron V, PKJ, Tim Sheridan. A lot of these guys entered the scene at the same time, kind of from the same alumni. And like Ron V, Jeremy Adams are just straight phenomenal. PKJ had a lot of promise for me. And then I was like, meh. He's meh. What is going on? Drew Manchu says PKJ has been meh. See, yeah, meh. But Hulk is getting a ton of love. Guess got to read. It's just because it's a #1, so a lot of people picked it up to check it out. And I'll tell you right now, he handled the #1 properly. You get a lot of Hulk grabbing humans and squeezing them and killing them. And if there's anything that proves true 10 out of 10 times, if you put something ultra violent, people will rave about it, saying how amazing it is because like this is shocking. It's kind of like the show The Boys, completely soulless, purposeless, but it's got shock value. So people are like, this is amazing. It's easy to glaze over. What is going on? Geek Out with Roscoe. Hope you are all having an awesome day. Hope you're having an awesome day. Lords of Brooklyn, what is going on? Greetings. But yeah, Infernal #1, there, I don't think anybody would pick it up and not have fun reading it because of just the shock value alone. But we'll see what they do with it from there. I'll be picking it up regardless. I'm not breaking my Hulk run up. Got to keep it together. Not trying to keep it separated. I'm trying to keep it together. But how's everyone's week going? How's it starting? How was everyone's Thanksgiving? Last time I was off from work was when I was sitting right here exactly a week ago for this show. It's been a long, busy week for me. Busy at work. A lot of people coming, going for the holidays, and it's been fun, but it's nice to have a day off. And in that time, I managed to get a lot done between working and driving back and forth. Managed to watch all of that Ken Burns American Revolutionary War documentary. I watched all 11 and a half hours of Ken Burns Civil War documentary. I watched all 4 episodes of the new Stranger Things, which I absolutely loved. Watched the new Welcome to Derry. And yeah, it's been nonstop. I stayed up late intentionally last night because I've been fighting to try to make sure I get at the front end of the Tron Ares Steelbook pre-order that was announced. And with Steelbooks, if you collect those, some of them are hard to get a hold of. Those Tron and Tron Legacy ones they did went really fast. I had to go out of country to pretty much find a copy. And I knew that the digital release for Tron Ares was going to be today. So I stayed up till midnight to see how the digital release rollout went. I picked up a copy digitally just so I could go ahead and watch it. But I've been checking Walmart, Amazon, and a bunch of other physical media websites, at least, no, I'm not joking, no less than 5 times a day, just all throughout the day when I pick up my phone and think about it. And it looked like yesterday, about middle of the day, a website that's not locally based, it's a foreign-based website, posted their pre-orders up. And that was the first time I'd heard of the website. So I started checking about once an hour after that. And at midnight, Walmart put up their Tron Ares 4K Steelbook pre-order. So I managed to get that in. I'm very excited about that. And I'm very tired now. Stayed up late, got up early, took Finn to his annual checkup, went by the shop, hung out, read some books, chatted for a while, and it's been a great day. Been a great day so far. So far, so good. Nick wants to know where are you, Lord of Brooklyn? Where are you at? Says Nick's Kicks and comics. Gotta keep it separated. Joffrey, what is going on? Good to see you, homie. How's it going? J-Med, what's up? Happy DC Day, everyone. Awesome, LeMay. How's it going, homie? Good to see you in here. Well, Boar, what's up? What's up? Got Marty jumping in. How's it going, Marty? Have you watched Ken Burns baseball, Mark? It's really good, and you don't have to be a big baseball fan to enjoy it. I have not, but just because of his style in making these, I'm absolutely interested in checking it out. And I would say that about any of his stuff, right? Like, you don't have to be like a big Revolutionary War fan. It'd be weird to say, weird wording for some of these. I'm a big Civil War fan. I'm a big fan of war. You know, it's interesting, and I would be. All of his stuff at this point is on my to-do list. But having watched and kept up with the Revolutionary War one as it was coming out, his most notable body of work being the Civil War one was impossible to ignore. So last Friday, I bought the entire thing, all 9 episodes, 11 and a half hours, and I, between Friday and now, watched all of it. It was just unbelievably good. I enjoyed the Revolutionary War one a lot, but the Civil War one is outstanding. How does the Tron book look like? The Steel book, I can pull it up. I have it on my Instagram. I'll pull it up. But I ordered the Tron and Tron Legacy one when they first dropped those. And a lot of times when they release old movies leading up to a new movie, a lot of times, you don't get the same packaging, and then one stands out like a sore thumb. Well, they did not do us dirty. The Tron Ares one matches the format and style of the other 2 that they did, which was the biggest treat in the world. But there's all 3 of them right there. So it matches. It matches. I wonder if I can find a better shot of it for you. There's the Tron Ares one. Looks fantastic. The light cycles down on the bottom of all 3 of them. Your prominent characters there with a disc behind them, kind of thing. It just amazing. I legitimately love this movie. So far for 2025, this has been my favorite film that's released out of these blockbuster hits and stuff. I watch a lot of older stuff and a bunch of random stuff, get caught up on stuff I might have missed. This is the one that stands out as the leader of the pack for me. An amazing series, Matt. Nick's watched the baseball one. There you go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'll get a chance when I don't know. I need short form content right now. I gotta be able to slow my brain down. I watched all 3 episodes of Landman season 2 last night with the wife. That's how I managed to make it till midnight. Her and I watched Landman together. Such a great show on Paramount Plus. And we were able to finally sit down with it being slowed down just briefly between holidays here, put the kids to bed, gave them the elbow drop, told them to stay there. Because they can't really be in the room for Landman. It's definitely way too much for the kids to be in the room for, which also makes it a challenge to get around to being able to watch it. But oh my goodness, it was incredible. What a great show. So good. Behind the Lioness, it's the best Taylor Sheridan show, in my opinion. From performances, the witty writing, just the banter between characters. It's so much fun. But that was a good one that we watched. So the 3 hours of that, 4 hours of Stranger Things, 11 and a half of Civil War, 12 of American Revolutionary War. It's been going nonstop. But I'm in the mood for short form content after all that. It was nice to get these 1 hour episodes. Just call it. What is going on? The adventurous one just got back from the airport, and boy, are his arms tired. Dad is on his way down to Georgia for the next 4 months. Also, same here, Mark. Missed it on Walmart, but got on Amazon. There you go. Hey, send Sector the Amazon link if you have it handy, Joe. I sent you the link, but I sent it to Sector also. Him and I both are watching for weeks now for it to get a link. Let's go, Legionnaires. What's up, Pop Pop? How's it going? It says a war. A war. Buff. There it is. You're a war buff. History buff. War buff. Dude, it is incredibly fascinating. I got to tell you what, man. You sit here and just riff on it all afternoon easily. Brian LCS, what is going on, brother? How are you? Happy holiday season. Merry Christmas. It's got Jared Leto's dumb face. So there's that. Yeah, it's kind of the selling point, right? There it is. There it is. Landman. Yeah, I encourage anybody to watch that show and tell me it's not one of your favorite in your short list of enjoyable shows like on right now. We got some great shows. Stranger Things, phenomenal. Welcome to Derry, fantastic. Landman, just incredible. It's wild to think that we have Stranger Things and Welcome to Derry rocking simultaneously. It's good television right there. Oh yeah, Landman is freaking boss. Yeah, dude. And dude, they brought in Andy Garcia at the end of the last season, and with that season finale, I said this show's about to go nuclear, and it did. Sam Elliott's in there now. Andy Garcia's in there now, which is incredible. Billy Bob Thornton told the bartender, "I'm an alcoholic. Give me a Michelob Ultra." LOL. And what? Oh, at the Cattlemen's Club, like, we don't have it. Well, give me whatever rich version of it you got. It was good, man. And then Andy Garcia being in there, just like, what a nice little curveball. It's like, what time does this place close? Whenever I tell them they can close. It's just wow, solid, good stuff. Link Squad North, much better now that you're here. There you go. What's going on, Wellbore? Hello. What is going on, Brother John's Comments? Good to see you in here, brother. How's it going? Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. All right, let's go pull over here. Share this tab instead. Pull it up. Boom, boom, boom. Let's take a look at some of the new books that are coming out. Also, while everyone's pulling in who wasn't here earlier, let me show you what we're giving away today. What could you win just from being here, hanging out, chatting, and talking comics? DCKO Fight Month is here. You know, they put those grids out, the brackets, with the 32 heroes pitted against each other in the 4 rounds of who will be the ultimate winner, crowning them the KO, the King Omega, who will then have to go head up against Darkseid to stop all this madness. Well, we went 2 issues of DCKO without seeing these 1v1s that they promised us. Characters falling left and right, bracket shifting, going into round 2, and no one 1v1'd. I called bait and switch, and it was. And now we have the Fight Month here. The actual Fight Month, where we'll get 6, I think it is, 1-versus-1 fights in between DCKO number 2 and DCKO number 3. What an incredible way to spend the holiday season. All of them have beautiful covers by Jorge Corona. But man, the variants are wicked, at least for this first one here. Now, I will say the only bad thing about this is DC released the official bracket, and then they released the official round 2 bracket. So they told us who won a lot of these a month ago. The day after DCKO number 1 dropped, they released the bracket with the winners from that. And it just seemed like we weren't 1v1ing. They were just kind of fighting through the fight for survival kind of thing. But some of these, we go in and we already know the winners ahead of time, which is kind of a bummer. Because I think that they should really shake it up. Some of them, there's some characters we just all assume are going to somehow win and move on to the next bracket. You know, just because of how notable they are. Fan favorites and stuff like that. Major characters like the Trinity, which I'm glad they took Batman out of the running right at the beginning. That makes it a little bit more fun. And he's doing his own thing, and we'll talk about that later. But beautiful cover, one featuring Captain Atom, one featuring Superman. And Superman's even in the reflection on Captain Atom's metal alloy skin there. Flipping awesome. I can't express how cool these are. And it's awesome seeing Captain Atom. You know, I got a soft spot for the Charlton characters. I love me some Captain Atom. And the cover artist for this, his name is Sean Izaakse. That's how you say it. Might not be how he says it, but that's how you say it if you pronounce it. Izaakse. I don't know. Gorgeous cover. He also does the interiors on the book, and they're incredible. So we're giving that away, and then we'll add the bonus prizes if we hit the super chat goal, which is already 2 of them in there. So we'll go from there. Send the Amazon link to you both. I don't need it. Thank you, though. I have one. I pre-ordered mine, then sent you the link. I should have sent you the link when I didn't pre-order it, but I pre-ordered mine, then I sent the link to you and Paul. I'm sad that they were out. But yeah, as long as you send it to Paul, we're good. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Painted Pages. Sup, dog? Sup. Still not liking the daughter character, but Landman as a whole is good stuff. I think that's the point, right? Like, she is insufferable. But she's like such a nice spirited young lady that when I watch it, I feel like Nate, the lawyer that lives in the house with them. I feel like him every second that she's on screen, that I'm just sitting there baffled. You know what I mean? Just you can't look away. It's like a trainer, and you just can't help yourself but be like, bless her heart. When she went in for the interview at TCU campus, and the woman sat there and explicitly said that she does not like her and wish she could turn her away, but she is forced to let her come to this college. And she responds with, "Wait, I got in? Yay, thank you so much." That was like the perfect "this is who this is" in a nutshell moment. It was hilarious. Tomorrow's opening day for the LCS new location, more than tripled its capacity for back issues. That's amazing. Take your list, go through that whole ocean of back issues. Leave no book unturned. The bracket has been a dag nab head scratcher. And it has. It definitely has. I think it was all to get us here to this month, though. DC's Contest of Champion is average to downright bad so far. Disappointed with this stellar setup. Hopefully the payoff for the Absolute Universe doesn't land like a fart in church. I don't know how much this is going to do to service the Absolute Universe. I think the Absolute Universe has just served as like a little like a breadcrumb for us, like a little tease for us. I've enjoyed it. It's one of Scott Snyder's standard like death metal kind of. The concept is outrageous, but as soon as you move past it, it's just like an all-out wild bit of fun. The first two issues were good. The tie-ins, especially with Superman, have been solid tie-ins. The ones that actually like lean into the story. Other ones are just branding it KO tie-in just to help get the sales up. But yeah, it's been a pretty solid event. I know with as far as sales, Paul, who owns ABX, said that a good handful of people adjusted their pull lists after reading DCKO, that they now would like all tie-in titles. So it had the proper effect that an event is supposed to have. When you do a good event, it encourages people to buy more comics. They get excited. They want to participate more. They want to know more. Less is the opposite of more in this situation, and that's what it's doing. So the response to it has been overwhelmingly good. The sales charts reflect that as well with the data that is available that does get shared out there. So that's pretty cool. Meanwhile, at Marvel, hope you're skipping work for that grand opening. Well, boy, I fell asleep. Couch coming on. Okay. Cough coming on. Oh, yeah. Oh, don't you start talking about Landman. I haven't started the second season. Yeah, there's really no spoilers to get into. There's really no spoilers. No, it ain't like watching like a comic show or something like that. No major character showed up you're unaware of. But yeah, a lot of good stuff in there. I like Nate. He's funny at times. Yeah, Nate is awesome. Or is it Neil? Neil? I'll get you a name tag. Yeah, man, it's good stuff. So this week, let's take a look at it. Kicking it off first, we have Matt Fraction's Batman issue number 4 with Jorge Jimenez on the artwork. Got to tell you, my opinion on this book has not changed. I was able to read this one. Enter the Minotaur. Minotaur is the name of this issue, featured right there on the cover. I got to say, it's kind of hard to sell a Batman book that's kind of just meh. Between Detective Comics, Absolute Batman. We got Night Fight out right now. There's a lot of options. If you're like, I'm on a limited budget and I like Batman, I don't think this one would make it for you. If you're on a limited budget where you can only pull 1 or 2 Batman books, I don't think you would bring this book home if you've sampled everything you have to offer. I'm not saying that this book is bad. I'm just saying that there's nothing dynamic, really cool happening in it right now. LOL is the exact opposite. Not going to buy any tie-ins that I'm not already subbed to. Yep. That's how I am with most of them as well. I'll dip in, figure out what's happening. But a lot of people added them on. A lot of people have added them on. And I think there's a lot of people like myself that has a pretty like hearty pull list. And I get the mains, you know what I mean? I already get Superman, I already get Green Lantern, I get Flash. So there's not going to be very many tie-ins that aren't already on my pull list, you know? But Batman number 4 features this organized crime in Gotham City. It has become really, really organized. It's implied in the name, but maybe you didn't understand how much it's implied. So they say really, really organized crime is what they're calling it. As Bruce Wayne investigates the Crown of Storms, which if you missed the past few issues, it's a new technology that goes in your head. It's pretty much like one of those little Google chips where you can kind of see, you know what I mean? Like it's those Elon Musk like computer chips things. They're dabbling with that concept in the story. But Batman pursues anarchy and discovers a criminal conspiracy hiding in plain sight that will change the game of crime and criminals in Gotham City and the world. Sound familiar? It is familiar. It is familiar. So yeah, that's pretty much it. A lot of unnecessary talk. I don't know what to say about this book right now. It's very blah. It's very blah. Yeah, Batman talking with that young lady who was debating the morality or the usefulness, utility of the Crown of Storms, who's now like that company is under the Wayne Enterprise umbrella, so he's checking on it and everything. You get this Minotaur character, and you kind of get a glimpse into what the structure of the really, really organized crime looks like. And you get a little, oh, dang moment just to kind of set the page for just how organized is really, really organized and how dangerous are they. It's hard to feel like a threat, though, because it's just, it's a guy in a suit and a goofy hat, goofy Minotaur hat. Clearly, the Crown of Thorns technology is probably in that mask or has something to do with it. We'll see. Minotaur. The Minotaur. What's going on, Dale? What is up? Are the fights in the tie-ins? If so, that's kind of disappointing. The fights are and they are not in the tie-in. So I don't know how many people will remember Death Metal. Let me try to explain this. So when they did Death Metal was only 7 issues. Traditionally, like big story arcs are 7 to 12 issues for like events. You know what I mean? Like you'll have something like Infinite Crisis, which is the 7-issue event, have some like 4 like really strong separate series tie-ins that are going on, kind of making it a little bit bigger. You have something like Crisis on Infinite Earths. It's just a 12-issue maxi series. They've figured out that we can't drag these things on for a year, so they don't like to do 12 issues. So they're doing a 5-issue event for DCKO. So DCKO, that title by itself is 5 issues. So the DCKO fights are standalone. So between issue 2 and 3, you will get the DCKO fights. All for the month of December, you're getting the 1v1 fights. The fights don't take place in Superman. The fights don't take place in Wonder Woman or Batman. They take place in a standalone DCKO all fight book. So like this week, DCKO all fight Superman, Captain Atom comes out. Next week, DCKO all fight Lobo, Wonder Woman, Red Hood Robin, or Red Hood Joker. So this month is the fight month where all those 1v1s come out. And then next month, issue 3 drops on the back end of the bracket outcome. So it's a unique way that they're releasing it that they haven't necessarily done before. Kind of like how they're doing Batman Night Fight right now, that little 4-issue miniseries they're doing that keeps up with Bruce, who was killed in issue 1 of KO. So you can see what happened to him. It's running parallel with that. So there's some books that are kind of DC KO asterisk kind of books, and that's what they are. That's what they are. That's what it is. Boop, 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 boop. So there's an organized crime, and really organized crime. Who knew? Yeah, well, this is the really, really organized crime. It's just, yeah, I don't know what to say about this. This is that character Anarchy, just this little street kid. If I go, oh, come on, don't be slow. There we go. This little street kid, goofy design. I'm wondering if it's supposed to just be like a modernized version of Anarchy from the 80s or whatever. I don't know. I'm not blown away by this book. There's a lot of great books on shelves right now. I mean, great books. And that one just really ain't doing it. I'm going to keep reading it. It's Batman proper. But we'll see. It has like these subtle moments to let you know that Matt Fraction is a really capable writer and some really good stuff is potentially in our future. I'm really ready to get to it. I still am slanting toward, I think we're just trying to get through a story arc to kind of establish his run. He just picked up the main Batman title just a couple issues ago, and it comes with the continuity of the previous writer. So we got to redirect some stuff and things, get into his era. So I'm gonna grant him some grace in that aspect and see where it goes. we'll see where it goes. Batman is the best looking Batman book, and although not the trendy book like Absolute Batman, I'm enjoying it. I would argue Batman is the most trendy book. Absolute Batman has popped here recently, but it'll come and go like a fart in the wind, since you like fart references. Just like all things comic booky, the original Ultimate Universe came and went, and all those things come and pass. But Batman proper has always been like the tent pole. And unless they plan on making the Absolute Universe go forever, it'll go back to being the tent pole. I'm enjoying it. If I was the only one reading one and wanted a more traditional Batman Fractions run, is it? Oh man, and that's a great point, because you can go back for as long as I've been on here. I've told everybody, if you're just looking for a Batman book that is not gimmicked, that doesn't get affected by events, that they don't sit there and try to shoehorn new characters in so that they make comic book news headlines, Detective Comics is just consistently good to great Batman storytelling nonstop. Nonstop Detective Comics is where it's at. What is going on, Trev? Good to see you. And the current Detective Comics is really good with the new villain they introduced. He's not a Minotaur, but he is a lion. He's dealing with this new villain called the Lion. And man, I'm really enjoying it. I'm not the biggest fan of Tom Taylor on ongoing stuff, but so far, so good. So far, so good. Trends come and go. Yep. Is this Batman volume happening at the same time as Superman? Supposedly. Where Superman, you can clearly see where current ongoing Superman comics fit perfectly into the main DC universe continuity, where events happening in other books clearly have happened to that one. Batman feels like he's happening all on an island. Like they haven't really had anything tapping on his story to kind of place it. But it's supposedly he's in Gotham while people are elsewhere. Technically, like, it should be being affected by the DC KO event like everything else, but it's not. It's not. It's on its own little bat island, doing its own little bat thing. Absolute Green Lantern number 9 is out this week by Al Ewing. Speaking of the Absolute Universe, who else is pulling this one? Who's been reading Absolute Green Lantern? You got that backstory on Joe Mullen in the last issue, how she got to Evergreen, how she met Cameron Chase, and how she got in her current predicament. Enter Nemesis. Somewhere in Coast City, Joe Mullen is babysitting a comatose Hal Jordan at her ex-wife's place. Awkward doesn't cover it. Meanwhile, Agent Simon Baz and Carrie Limbo are getting closer to the mysteries of Evergreen, and so is Hector Hammond and his top assassin, the man called Nemesis. New villain coming in this issue. Not featured on any of the variants. But yeah, we're getting back to the ongoing story with this one. I enjoyed that last issue. There was kind of the flashback context. We got to see a lot more familiar characters existing in the Absolute world. Mark Shaw was in there. We had Mordecai Gardner in there. I'm excited for it. It's the only Absolute title out this week. We had a couple of them last week and just that one this week. What else? Night Fight. I just realized this the silhouette on that. I didn't even notice that fight is happening inside silhouette of a Batman's head. So this is what's happening with Bruce Wayne right now during the DC KO event. That shocking reveal in that first issue that Joker actually killed him, took him out in the fight, took him down through there, put a spear straight through his chesticle. He was out of there. Found out immediately that all the fighters were allowed to bring a weapon to the event. Superman brought the sun knuckles. Wonder Woman brought her God Killer armor. Batman brought the Hellbound armor, and he had the little failsafe in there. He stated, I decided to cheat, and he had some mother box technology where if it detected he stopped moving or his heart stopped beating, it would teleport him out of there. Where you find out in DC KO Night Fight that it was supposed to teleport him home, but the Gotham it took him to is completely unrecognizable. In that Gotham, he's institutionalized. He's gone crazy from not putting down the cowl, not stopping the fight, drove him crazy to the point of killing some of his Robins. Nightwing now wears the Batman mantle, has a whole army of trained citizens that wear and go by the name Robin, and they just duke it out in that last issue. So this one picks up in that fight, and it gives us more context to why this Gotham, what is this Gotham, and kind of more context to the Heart of Apocalypse itself. Batman stated he tried to cheat, and it's almost like a response to the cheating that caused it to go out this way. Nemesis was a Bronze Age hero who was a backup feature and appeared in Brave and the Bold. Nice, nice. So there's going to be more to it as well, like this Nightwing Batman versus Bruce Batman. This is going to be bouncing around a little bit through these issues, these 4 issues. So the name of this one is Under the Red Hood, and it's named that for a reason. This one I enjoyed a lot more than the first one, and I enjoyed the first one, but this one I enjoyed a lot more than the first one. It was really cool. Definitely a good read, fast-paced, hard-hitting, a couple of emotional beats. He's getting to talk to Dick Grayson in a manner that he might not be able to. He's talking to a Dick Grayson that is in a place that his Dick Grayson hasn't gone to, that he never would want him to go to, that he trains him not to go there. So facing one that has gone there, he's able to get some things off his chest in a way. And he's also being told some things that he's never been told before. And the dynamic of those conversations are really cool. Entropy in Comics, what is going on? Greetings. How's it going? Good to see you in here, homie. Make sure I'll hit that thumbs up button. Hey, mailman. Mailman's got a box. What you got? What you got? What you got? I don't see anything on mine. Must be for the wife. Must be for the wife. We all know Batman is a cheater, but have we confirmed whether or not he is in fact a pumpkin eater? That's a good question. Hopefully we'll find out in issue number 3, right? We'll have to stick around for issue number 3 to see how that goes. Fantastic Four pass. Batgirl's up to number 14 this week. Something's Killing the Children up to 45. Here we go. Here we go. DCKO Superman versus Captain Atom number 1. Look at that Jorge Corona cover. That is wicked. I like how Superman's suit is beat up. You can see his skin, and where Captain Atom's suit is busted. It's almost like Kirby Crackle coming out of it. There's the John Jang variant. I'm giving one of those away today. There's the Lucas Myers variant. You get to see those sun knuckles. It's pretty cool. This Sanford Green Darkseid cover. He skipped leg day. Skipped the leg day. Not really a big fan of that. It's not bad, but it just looks weird. This Sean Izaakse is at Cassie. All right, Izaakse. Izaakse. I'll drop that in the chat. That's how you say his last name. Izaakse. Izaakse. I don't know. I just don't know how to say it. The Captain Atom cover, perfect. Yes. Yes. This is just amazing. Oh no, Brian. He cheated. He definitely cheated. He acknowledges it. He cheated in this instance. And you kind of see a theme of that with some of the KO stuff. Cheating is not recommended in this tournament. You'll have 2 books out this week that are DC KO related with Night Fight and this one. And in both of them, you'll see instances where not following the stated rules of play backfire bad. It's not a good idea. Isaacs. Sean Isaacs. Minotaur. Isaacs. There it is. Isaacs. That's how you say it. Darkseid would crush you for that leg insult. Not with those legs, he wouldn't. Oh, man. Yeah, not the biggest fan. But this one right here, this Sean Isaacs. This is the one. I like that you can see Superman's reflection on his arm and his bicep. It's just wicked. It's a great issue as well. Let's see how they do a synopsis for it. DC KO All Fight Month Round 1 of 8. A fight so explosive, you won't want to miss. So they have a typo there. A fight so explosive, you won't want to miss. Yeah, it's really good. I can't underpin that enough. It's really good. Like really, really good. Dynamic, hard hitting, couple good little emotional beats. There's a lot that they're dealing with, like DC history and lore with these characters that play into it. Because the format of it, this whole 1v1, it's a fight to the death. Everyone knows that. That's the whole concept of this. But these 1v1s are 3-round fights. The Heart of Apocalypse says the best 2 out of 3 wins after round 1. You will get to choose your advantage moving into round 2. So both characters are able to reach into their past. They're presented with their past, and they get to be whatever version of them they want to be to go into the next round for the ultimate advantage. So in case of Captain Atom, you've got all the different Captain Atoms from Charlton to current DC, all the ways he's been affected by events, been thrown through the multiverse of Wildstorm Captain Atom, Charlton Captain Atom with Superman. It's unlimited with Electric, Kingdom Come, all these different Superman. So you get it's really cool to dip into the lore of the characters that they take through to the second round. And it's really cool how they play it out. But man, yeah, highly recommend. It's Batman cheats when you don't get enough prep time. Yeah, exactly. What is going on, Deadman? Good to see you and your homie. Or are they taking this from the show Justice League Unlimited? Hopefully. That was a great show, right? Hopefully. Like, that would never be a negative selling point. Like, hey, man, I just checked out that new whatever. It reminded me of Justice League Unlimited. That's a compliment. That's a compliment. They should probably pull more from the Justice League Unlimited show. That could be a really good idea for them. They pulled the name. Poison Ivy, issue number 39. 39 issues of Poison Ivy. Good grief. Good for her. Good for her and the Poison Ivy fans. It's really cool. Impressive. Birds of Prey number 28. That's crazy too. Rook Exodus number 9. Really excited about this. They're dealing with the Arachnid. Rook and company had to go chase down Direwolf's dad, who could be the key to unlocking the technology they need to survive on Exodus, as he was one of the founding designers for it, who's lost in the drift. He's gone feral, connected with the dogs of the planet. And their chase to find him led them into an old bunker where it looks like it's being controlled by another character lost in the drift, but this one with the arachnids of the planet. The hit sci-fi epic plunges deeper into the heart of Exodus, trapped in the lair of the monstrous arachnid. Rook, Direwolf, and Matterhorn face thousands of ravenous mutated spiders, and time is running out. If the wardens fail, the fate of Exodus itself may be sealed in the web. Plus, who is Stag, and why does he want Direwolf's father's dead? Well, they revealed at the end of the last issue that Stag didn't pull up to save him, pulled up to make sure that Stag gets the kill shot on Direwolf's dad, because Direwolf's father, in his feral state, killed Stag's family. But this series is amazing. Jeff Johns writing, Jason Fabak on the art, Brad Anderson on the colors, as with the rest of the Ghost Machine stuff, and Rob Lee masterfully bringing us the letters. This is just top tier. Absolutely love Ghost Machine. Redcoat, Geiger, Rook, Rockefellers, stellar stuff. Stellar stuff. Junkyard Joe, all of them. Heavily recommend. Heavily recommend. Check it out. Check it out. Spider-Man Noir is up to number 3. I'm excited for that TV show. Spider-Man Noir is coming. They announced this past week that Spider-Man Noir will be fighting Yazis. I think that's what they tell you to say on social media. The Nazis. Fight Nazis in the Spider-Man Noir show. Shocker. Time error. And as a reminder, did anybody out there like the Batman Annual number 14? Any fans of Daniel Warren Johnson's Absolute Batman Annual? Anybody? Anybody with Dead Body? What is going on? What is going on? Hello, hello. What is going on, Mad Respect? Good to see you in here. We got the second, Garfong, what's up, homie? We got the second issue of JSA Year 1. Now, this says JSA number 14, and it is JSA number 14, but it's Year 1, Chapter 2. We're going back and doing the earliest days of the JSA. We're getting to see these characters meet each other for the first time. Stories retold, a mystery going on that all of them are kind of finding little clues to independently, and they're through their investigations are linking up with people. We have Jim Corrigan and Alan Scott investigating together the death of Alan Scott's friend. You got Jay Garrett stopping some thieves and finding explosives and following the trail back and leading to this, that, and the other. So they're all just kind of converging on a plot together. There's a big reveal at the end of this that some other familiar JSA characters might be looking into a familiar, one of their own. And I think it's really setting up what comes after this Year 1 story. If you keep up with JSA stuff, you know that a big Spectre event is coming up soon. I'm super excited for it. Can't wait. And we got the Spectre right here on the cover. Beautifully drawn. But I feel like this story is going to be used to tee off that now that I've read this. But as the Atom investigates the 5th columnist, a new hero makes an appearance. Meanwhile, Alan Scott gets some help on a case from Detective Jim Corrigan. So that was a cool thing with the new hero. Wonder Woman was an early JSA'er. She was in there like swimwear. And they established it in recent lore that the Golden Age era Wonder Woman was Hippolyta. It was Hippolyta wearing the suit, operating as Wonder Woman. And they reestablished that and etched it in stone in the 4-issue New History of the DC Universe book that Mark Waid and company did. So it's really cool getting to see Hippolyta Wonder Woman. So I really recommend these, like for anybody. JSA has gone for 13 issues with me saying this is a tough jump on point, or 12 issues. And then issue number 13, that last issue, it was the masterful jump on point. They should have started this whole era with this year 1 stuff. This just makes sense. We're in this all in era. They should have went back and gave this a number 1. I really think that was a missed opportunity. JSA should have gone back to issue number 1, started with this year 1 story arc, complete entry level, complete jump on point. People should be picking this up. It's really good. Galvin Goodry is on the art, and it kind of matches that Golden Age feel. I really like it. Here he is. Speaking of Philip Kennedy Johnson, I think he needs a longer title for his book. This one only has, what is that, 5? Let's get it out. Adventures of Superman, the Book of L, number 14. Or number 4, I'm sorry. The House of Kent Divided. Ronan Kent has made his last stand to push back the deadly Brainiac invasion threatening all life as we know it, but the truth behind this attack is far darker than even the Man of Steel could possibly predict. The lawless age of the far future will chill the House of L to the bone in this epic next installment of the Book of L. We'll see. We'll see. You're saying a lot of words right there. We'll see. Check out this Henry Cavill-looking Perillo variant. This was pretty tough. Almost pulled this one for the giveaway. That's pretty tough. I really like that. That looks pretty cool. If Lemire is writing, I'm buying. What is going on, Raider Nation? Yeah, I really want people to get on that JSA book. I want it to sell well. I want the JSA to continue to get books. I think it'd be a sad world to live in when JSA doesn't have books. And, that's a world we live in often. They kind of come and go. They're some of the most enjoyable DC comic characters. Do you think they will do a trade of the History of DC? Of course. Absolutely. Got 4 issues plus those, I don't even know what you call it, the appendices in the back of each issue. There's a lot of content there. Yeah, I think they would. It's a great resource. It really is. I think that I think it's part of the Legion Loot giveaway too. I got all 4 issues signed by Mark Waid, and I got a second set. So I'm putting an entire set in this month's Legion Loot. This is the greatest comic story ever told month as well, for those that are unaware. If you're a channel member in the Legion tier, I put your name on a wheel and spin the wheel and give away a massive prize. And because it's Christmas time, it's my favorite time of year. And at Christmas, we all celebrate the greatest story ever told. So in comics, the greatest comic story ever told would be Kingdom Come. So here's the absolute oversized hardback edition of that given away. The San Diego Comic-Con Kingdom Come figure from McFarlane Figures. And then in this package that showed up yesterday is a 9.8 CGC copy of said book. And then I was trying to get the compact edition so someone can have a reader edition of it. Like have the biggest version, the compact version. And there's going to be a lot more stuff in there, but I'm still pulling and building all that out. Yeah. Man, my dog just keeps barking. Humbug, unless I win the Legion Loot. What is going on, T-Dubs? Good to see you, homie. Glad you made it. This figure exclusive. This was the San Diego Comic-Con DC Multiverse figure he did. It doesn't have the Comic-Con thing on here, but that's where it went up for sale. And he did like a raffle. Not a raffle, but lottery. He did like a lottery thing that I entered online. And if you pull the lottery, you can buy it like if you're not able to attend. But yeah, really, really cool figure. It comes all like smoke and crackle and stuff. It comes with a unique stand down there. You can see it, Superman Kingdom Come. And the whole backdrop is in there as well. So it's meant to set up as a whole display. So it has the stand, the backdrop, and then the figure in front of it. I'm not worried about it. The wheel for the monthly Legion Loot hates me. Well, now it goes. Christmas comics gambling. Fun! Exactly. Looks like a good prize pack to break my not winning streak. It's got to do it sooner or later. Dale hitting that member button. What does it say? Became a YouTube member. Big shout out to Dale. this thing getting stuck again? God dang. I have no access to my clips. None. What a pain in the butt when it does that. I'm back. That's because you can't spam it 30,000 times. Spamming could be the secret. Could be. All right, let me add this back up here. Boop. But yeah, there's the Henry Cavill looking cover. Thought that was interesting. This Raza variant is gorgeous. It's almost like he's flying under the rings of Saturn or a black hole or something. Gorgeous, gorgeous variant. So yeah, I'm not too hyped about that. I've read the first few of them, the first three, and I don't know. This is like another thing I was talking about, how PKJ, Philip Kennedy Johnson, kind of gets a little long in the tooth with some stuff. And that's how it comes off with this. Like, this goes back to this one shot Philip Kennedy Johnson did during Future State, which was like this this potential way far future of like the lineage of the Kal-El family, the L family. And then he did the Warworld saga where he like kind of introduced some old gods lore and a couple of characters, these Philosians, which are kind of like Kryptonians, but not from Krypton kind of thing. And he's kind of bringing back one of those characters who's kind of like a bad guy now. And we're dealing with bouncing to the future where like super, I don't know. It's so convoluted. It's just, I don't know. I want to like it so bad. And there's a lot of lore in there, but the lore don't really come together like butt cheeks. It really ain't doing much. I just don't know. You gotta check this out. The Kaisei Godzilla number 5 is out this week. Look at this flippin' Bob Egerton cover. Man, gorgeous. Had to grab that. Typically an A cover guy. I had to swap it out on that one. But I'm enjoying this series, this whole era that they've introduced. The G-Force aspect is really cool. So I used to be getting like a Death of Godzilla story arc in the midst of it all too, which is pretty wild. This is one of the raddest versions of Godzilla we've seen designed. Interesting to see what they do. A new series called Hulk Smash Everything by Ryan North. I picked up number 1 for that. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Marvel Black, White, and Guts pass. Gotham Academy pass. Cheetah and Cheshire rob the Justice League. I've heard that's pretty fun. I didn't give it a shot. Kind of just passed on it. Might go back and read it. Mark Miller from this Miller World Collection, Nemesis Forever. Nemesis has been captured by the German authorities, and the high priest and his satanic sect tell him that his destiny is to die in what will be his final mission unless he makes a deal with their master and rules this world forever. Can he trust them? No. I'd go out on a limb and say no. That doesn't sound like the kind of people you should trust. All of this Nemesis stuff has been fantastic. I've loved every bit of it. Drew Manchu dropping 5 channel memberships. Big congrats to whoever scooped those up. It doesn't show me on the StreamYard end. And just as a heads up, that puts anybody who caught one of those memberships, it puts you in the supporter tier. It gets you the channel emojis and something else, the loyalty badges next to your name. But if you're interested in getting in the Legion loot giveaway, make sure you check out the channel membership button or the perks button, and you do have to be in the Legion tier. There are 2 tiers. One's just a supporter tier. And it just when you do the gifts, it just automatically puts you in that supporter one. Give your reply an 8 out of 10. Nice. Just give me the virtual high five. I don't need no clips, mine. There you go. StreamYard did that thing when I click on my media assets. It just doesn't have a scroll bar. No scroll bar, and it's stuck on the images. So I can give you an image. There you go. Superman, Hawkman. That's what you get. There's your image. What up? My son did a jaded comic fan thing last night reading the new Nightwing. Dad, Nightwing is being framed again. I'm so proud. That's amazing. All right, let's see. I try to pull this up. Let's see who scored those. Mad Respect, Wellbore, Canadian Survivalist, Faith and Misery, and AR. See the channel memberships. Congrats. There's an F Cancer, the Comics Curing Cancer custom emoji. You get access to that with the membership as well. Nemesis is a good bad guy. He's like the greatest bad guy, I would argue. He's definitely he's up there, man. I would love to see him cross over into DCKO. I don't know very many people that Nemesis couldn't run. Like he just take him out. Talk about prep time. That guy's got it down pat. The Phantom issue number 3. I'm excited for this one. Who else is pulling the Ghost Who Walks? Brand new title from Mad Cave Comics. Promise that this first story arc will be a little familiar, but after the first story arc, they're going to take us into some new territory. But they just wanted to set the tone and the pace and get the old fans in and introduce the Phantom to a bunch of new fans before they take off into what they're going to do to set this run apart from previous ones. Blue Falcon and Dino Mutt number 4 is out. That's been good. You got the Terminator Christmas special. Santa Claus is coming to town number 1. That's wild. Christmas Eve in Skynet's apocalyptic future, and the atmosphere is pretty far from festive, but even in the blasted rubble of civilization, the surviving elders of the resistance have more fond memories of the holiday, and in between drone attacks, the younger members are eager to hear about them. So it looks like a collection of stories kind of thing. Yeah, that's a really cool cover. I've been enjoying this Terminator run. There's been some fun little stories in it. But that looks like it for my pull for this week. That looks like, yeah, let's see. Faith and Misery, what's going on? I'm one of the lucky ones. Thank you, Drew Mantrue. Appreciate it. Faith, did you message me from last week? Because you won the giveaway last week. Did you message me? I didn't see any messages pop up. Need your shipping address, my friend. Mark, did you see the end of season of Fortnite where Superman, Godzilla, King Kong, K-pop, Demon Hunters, and the Megazord all fought Cthulhu? I did. I absolutely did. And I even saw where you had like the Beatrice from Kill Bill was in there on the motorcycle. And yeah, I watched, I guess because of the Godzilla, Kong, and Power Rangers all being in the same thing, it was built for my algorithm. So it was just these videos of people playing it just kept popping up in my stuff. So I sat there and I watched it. I'm like, this is crazy. It was wild. It was crazy. I couldn't imagine how nuts that was for somebody that's like been playing the video game for it and coming to that big conclusion thing. Cause I just jumped right in, like when the Megazord's like running up on it and Kong's running up on it. Really cool stuff though. It was kind of like, I saw where a lot of people in the comments were accurately comparing it. It felt like Ready Player One. It most definitely did. Felt very Ready Player One-ish. Can't wait to see what my algorithm has got for me. Yo, man. Now that'd be a fun, interesting conversation. Just what did your algorithm bring you, and who's responsible? Hey Mark, I did message you on IG. I hardly use it. Probably did something wrong. If you messaged me on IG, it probably just went to the request tab. Because unless we follow each other, I don't think it goes right in. Hidden request, now or never. Boom! I see you. Thank you. I want to accept that, so it goes into my regular stuff. Thank you. Gotcha, homie. Boom! There we go. I'll get that boxed up and sent out this week. Maybe you win today. Double packet. Mark, you're built for my algorithm. Yeah, I literally am. Drew sent me a clip of this guy. He made an Instagram reel. I can't remember what it was called. It's like, you know who doesn't exist? And then he would like kind of act out. I was like, yo, I love Avatar. You know, something someone's never said? Yo, that Avatar movie was great. And they kind of did a bunch of jokes like that. And Drew was laughing because he thought to himself when he saw it, rightfully so, that guy does exist and I know him. And it's me. I am that guy. And it's funny you mentioned that because that's another book. I don't think that we saw it on here yet. I need to scroll down because I'm glad you mentioned that. Because for those of me out there, it's a good week to be an Avatar fan. Issue number 2 is out this week for Tipping Point. A beyond the screen adventure filling the gap year at the outset of the Avatar film, The Way of Water. The RDA is back in force with boots on the ground and Major Tyler Bukowski leading the way in Jake's neck of the woods. Bukowski already drawn first blood and sent a message, one that will send ripples throughout the Amatakai and crack the foundations of Jake's resolve. But with their entire world at stake, Jake and his adopted people will need all their skills and plenty of blood to come out on top. For the Na'vi, losing is not an option. Yeah, this was a brutal first issue with the RDA trying to come in and set some parameters and try to touch base with the tribe. It's almost impossible to find Jake and his clan because if you remember after the events of the first movie, they took to the Hallelujah Mountains, and they have that little cave where they're hiding. You know, the technologies and all the utilities that they already have don't work up in the Hallelujah Mountains. The magnetic fields are off and stuff, hence why rocks are floating and all that jazz. But to send a message, he gets his hands on one of like the teenagers, just executes the kid, man. It was downright brutal. But I'm a big fan of these comics. I've gotten and read every single Avatar comic that's ever come out. And I keep the Avatar first appearance in a 9.8 up there on my Avatar display, not to mention that Avatar display, or the brand new, and I know Drew will appreciate this, the brand new one that some of y'all might have noticed is back here now. We got the RDA Project Phoenix Quaritch up there. And that was funny because then one of the things is like the guy mentioned, like people don't even know any lines or anyone's name from these movies. And I'm like, I know all of them. Like I think it's weird that people think that no one knows who they are, because I'm on Avatar social media related stuff, and there's a lot of me out there. There's a lot of people that know all of these people. It's just I guess some of the fandoms just don't crisscross. I watched 2 of those 4-hour Smurf movies. Who is Jake? Sam Worthington's character, Jake Sully, the main character. Well, he was the main character for the first 2 movies. The third movie, Fire and Ash, his son, Noak, is going to be the narrator. We're going to be getting it from his focal point, which I think is super interesting, and also leaves a lot of people, myself included, super nervous. Like, is Jake going to die? Like, if Jake dies, there's going to be people like rioting, man. Already got Avatar 40 tickets. I see you, my dude. Thank you, AR. I'm not the only one. I'm telling y'all. We are out there. We are many. Wildly popular franchise. It's easily the most successful franchise ever in just 2 films. 2 films, and 2 of them are in the top 3 highest grossing movies of all time. You know, inventing new filming technologies all along the way. I can't wait. December 19th, we got just about 2 weeks. It's got about 2 weeks. I haven't bought tickets yet. And I'm going to, I've had to work like 3 weekends in a row. And I'm hoping like right after this work weekend, this third work weekend, I'll be able to get some breathing room and try to start addressing the holiday schedule and stuff. I'll try to set that all up, but I want to do like I did last year. And hopefully I'll have that weekend off, and I'll go hopefully on Thursday night to see it on release premiere night, and then go again as soon as I can with my oldest. We'll see. Oh, the next generic forgettable characters. Can't wait. They're not. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that M. Night Shyamalan movie as well, Taylor. I really enjoy that M. Night Shyamalan movie with that little bald-headed kid, Aang. Wait, are 2 movies a franchise? I thought it would have to have at least 3. Well, we got 3 now, right? It hasn't released technically yet, but yeah. We got 3 technically. So either way. I don't know how you would define franchise. That's a good point. Let's see. Nah, I don't know. That definition isn't about movies. Yeah, I know. The M. Night Shyamalan one is awesome. I agree. M. Night Shyamalan makes good kids movies. Good stuff. What's the hashtag going to be for today? What hashtag are we doing? We ought to do M. Night, hashtag M. Night Shyamalan. See if anyone can spell it. I can't. If it has a land in the theme park, I think it's reached franchise status. That's a good point, right? You got an entire Pandora theme park. Yeah, that's what Drew was saying. And yeah, the Tron has its own thing there too. Shamalama ding dong. Let's go with Minotaur. We're going with hashtag Minotaur. That's our hashtag for today. Theme of the day. Let me see. Make sure I spell it right. How did Nick put it in there? Minotaur. That's a good one. All right, let's see. Where's my hashtag? Hashtag Minotaur. What was that in? Role models? Where they were the reps for the energy drink. I'm pretty sure that was in Role Models because there were reps for the energy drink company, and they were driving around the big rig truck that was all decked out like a Minotaur. There we go. Starting to collect entries now. It has 5 planned movies. It's a franchise. Is that like Hot Tour? I don't think so. Similar but different. Similar but different. What's going on, JSS? How's it going, homie? 3 Good Nerds. What's up? What's up? KBDM, how's it going? Hello to you. Hello, hello. It's a good point, but it had a Disney park, I think, only after 1 movie, and it wasn't a franchise end. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think it's, I never thought of it like number of movies make it a franchise. You know, like when you have like toys and shirts and like all these attractions, I guess I've always thought of it like that's what kind of makes it a franchise. What makes a franchise a franchise? Question mark. Business model where an independent operator, the franchise, pays to use an established company, the franchisor's brand, products, or proven business system. Okay, so that's a good point. So if people are like licensing your product and using it and stuff like that, I don't know. I don't know if there's really a formal answer to it. It's definitely a franchise now. I agree with that. Yeah, yeah. Glad you're doing okay. Glad you're doing okay. Glad to join. Been watching interesting books. Thank you, sir. I hope you're doing good. Dark Universe had 5 planned movies. Is that still a franchise? Dude, I wish they would return to it. I absolutely loved Tom Cruise's Mummy movie. I thought it was great. That Luke Evans Dracula Untold that they kind of retrofitted to be the Dark Universe Dracula was fantastic. That was a damn good Dracula movie. But I think that if they wanted a Dark Universe something, we've got like that Nosferatu movie that came out, the current Frankenstein that came out, Edgar's upcoming Wolfman movie. There's some stuff that, I mean, there's some really good Universal horror movie adaptations and versions that are out right now in the past few years. I think that those properties individually, though from different productions and stuff, are doing really well and good quality. Good quality. I haven't seen the most recent. Oh, is it called Wolfman? Werewolf with the girl Silver Surfer in it, where they're in the woods, like trying to survive their father from killing them, who's turning into a werewolf. I haven't seen that one yet. I definitely want to see that one. But as I mentioned before, it's hard to get R-rated content in this household because I got kids in here, and it's hard to do horror movie stuff because if I get a little opening, the wife then doesn't like the horror stuff, so we tend to be watching other stuff. There's a lot of good stuff out there. These are definitely luxury problems. I'm grateful to live in a place in a time where those are my problems. Oh, I wish I had more time to watch R-rated scary movies. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Hashtag blessed. Transformers was a franchise long before it had multiple movies. Yo, Transformers is one of my favorite franchises. I absolutely love those Michael Bay movies. I'm excited for the announcement of his return to that franchise proper. I got this glorious steelbook collection for his movies. While those in here, I'm going to grab it. I'm going to show you guys. I like to show this off when I can. I think I got this at Christmas time last year. This thing is magnificent. Check this out. So this is box set, right? I always keep the papers for them. You have the Autobots, the Decepticons, and it's kind of got a magnet front. Got some of the little design work there. Then it opens up and look at this. Oh, this is sweet. This is super sweet. So you got the first movie with Optimus there. Number 2 with Megatron. Number 3 with Shockwave, my favorite villain there. Just was awesome. Dark of the Moon was great. Age of Extinction, which is my personal favorite one with Grimlock on there, just wild. And then number 5 with that amped up, that revigorated awesome armor for Optimus. That design is just amazing. The Last Knight, it gets a lot of flack from people. This movie, incredible also. And then the weird Bumblebee movie that got so much love from people. I loved it. It was fun, but I just don't understand how everyone loved it and then not the other ones like as much. It's just silly to me. I love the design changes in here, getting those more retro ones. Now this set came out without Rise of the Beast. I have Rise of the Beast on regular, but I haven't got the Steelbook upgrade for that one yet. And then when they just did the original 3, they came out with this exclusive Blu-ray set, and it's shaped like a piece of the Allspark, but it's massive. It's like big, and it's like triangular, and it sits in this stand. And when you open it, it unfolds out, and it has an original film reel in it, just one reel, and every one of them had a different reel, and it's signed by Michael Bay with a little certificate of authenticity and stuff. I got that back when Dark of the Moon came out when I was a manager at Movie Stop. Just really, really cool stuff, man. Do we have the super chat goal? I'm over here grabbing the extra stuff. Speaking of Cruise, December 4th on Paramount, Final Reckoning. That's a good reminder. That's the last Steelbook I need for my Mission Impossible set is Final Reckoning. That one's been hard to find. I wasn't able to find it in stores. I have to go back and order it. But I got all 6 of them plus Dead Reckoning in the red case. And I need the Final Reckoning in the red case. There's 2 different Steelbooks. I need a specific one to make the set match out. Got to get it to match. What is going on? Loaders, how's it going, homie? Did your winnings get to you? Wasn't I, Frankenstein, the first in that plan? Nope. I, Frankenstein came out years before that plan took off. I, Frankenstein was based off of an existing property, I think. But that was pretty fun with Aaron Eckhart and Jai Courtney with the gargoyles and stuff. I enjoyed it a lot, too. I enjoyed it a bunch. Dracula Untold was the first one, and it wasn't the first intended one. Technically, The Mummy with Tom Cruise was the first one, and they went back and retrofitted Dracula Untold. Tom Cruise, The Mummy, is the first one that actually does the Dark Universe crawl in the beginning, which was amazing. Wolfman 2025 was garbage. Don't waste your time. Now I kind of want to even more. That's a solid Wolfman movie. The Benicio del Toro, Anthony Hopkins, God, who was it that played Mr. Smith, who plays the voice of Megatron? V for Vendetta. That Wolfman movie was the best Wolfman movie that's ever been made. Joe Johnston directed it. That, like, a lot of practical effects. The designs are wicked, pretty violent. Got the really good lore in it. It's a full-length movie. It's not no fast food cinema trash. Dude, that Wolfman movie, in my opinion, is by far the best Wolfman movie that's ever been made. It's just super cool. And I don't mean like stuff like Silver Bullet or Underworld. I mean like proper Wolfman movies. Underworld are some good movies. I want to get that set on Steelbook. I found some Steelbooks for it with matching cases, but never a proper set. Megan Fox. Yeah, that's needed. What's your top 3 Transformer movies? Oh, that's Age of Extinction, Dark of the Moon, and then probably the first one. Yeah, Age of Extinction and Dark of the Moon are like super duper close. Super duper close. I'll blame the MCU for setting the bar too high. Extended universes became the goal for all the money-hungry studios, and very few even made it to the second film. I agree. Keep in mind, and I'm not saying this to play comparisons, a lot of people forget that MCU is the most successful that there's ever been. I don't think anything's ever going to touch it in our lifetimes. But Transformers was already a multi-billion-dollar franchise off the movies alone. The films, the successful movie franchise alone, before the MCU got cooking. So I think stuff like that really encouraged studios as well to really lean into and take the chance. Because, Paramount started the MCU with Iron Man, but then they started buying them. They started trying to get them all into the house. Couldn't resist. No, you're fine, man. Wow, that's sick. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So I like it. One day I'll have to get out the other one one day. Definitely not today. Final Reckoning, where saving the world revolves around some magical 4D flash drive. Hey. Hugo Weaving. Thank you. Thank you, Joe. Thank you. Since it's always around a flash drive, isn't it? Wolfman 2025 is a different kind of film. I unexpectedly really enjoyed it. See, now I want to see it. Wolfman 2010 is far superior compared to the garbage version they gave us this year. I don't think it's fair to compare the versions like that, though, because the one this year is a mod. The 2010 one is just a straight up, like, let's remake the Wolfman with modern technology kind of thing. Like, let's do that. And it was incredible. And that's what is it? Robert Eggers, who did Nosferatu recently, he's doing a new Wolfman with Aaron Taylor Johnson. I think it's going to be exceptional because that dude knows how to make art, film, excitement, all that and pack it into one. But that Joe Johnson one, that's a perfect film, man. It's wild. We had a $15 super chat and it still won't let me scroll to hit my clip. So we're just going to have to picture the clips. Big shout out to Stephen with a C, aka Leafy Substances, for dropping that one. And I've already lost in the scroll. The chat jumps. How about that? But he says, put this toward the goal mark and call it done. You got it, homie. That's it. Big shout out to Stephen with a C. I love his love to Ukraine. He's good. Goat. Good people. Yeah, I got them. Awesome. Very cool. Very different movies. Yeah. Transformers also CGI schlock made for Chinese eyes. I don't know. I think it's amazing. If you go back and you look at the CGI schlock, it's like top tier CGI that unless you're James Cameron, you're not topping. You're not topping it. You're not doing it. Like it, they set standards in 2010 that people today still can't get over. And you know what I mean? I don't sit there and judge a movie by its CGI unless it's Avatar. I'll compare Avatar 3 to Avatar 1 and 2. But I just don't think what's the point? A lot of movies got mediocre CGI and you don't really think about it afterwards. You just think about the movie and stuff. It just doesn't make sense to just sit there and criticize CGI. Not when video games like Minecraft are popular. That proves that CGI doesn't matter. Special effects doesn't matter. It's just, are you having fun? You know what I mean? Was it the story told well? Was it enjoyable? It ain't got nothing to do with the CGI. If a movie is fantastic, if it just blows you away, the story, the characters, the interactions, like you won't care one bit about the CGI. So if your movie is kind of mediocre at best, you better have some good CGI. Orlok and Nosferatu was dressed like a Ukrainian Cossack general. Wasn't he dressed accurately to the story too, though? Like from where he is? Like I thought it was frightening that he wasn't just like wearing a jacket and bald headed. Like that he had the mustache and everything. Like it was absolutely frightening. The scariest part of Orlok was when he stood up bare naked. I'm like, yo, chill. No, I did not. But Stephen with a C got us there. He dropped the hammer. Is visual overload no issue with the quality of the CGI, just pure density? That's fair. I kind of had that same criticism with the current Skybound run. Like it can be difficult to keep up with who's who, where's where kind of thing. It was easier for me to do with the movies than it was with the comics because they kind of just meshed together in the comics for me. I never really had that problem with the movies, but I know a lot of people have mentioned it. So I'm not saying that it's not the case for some. I'm not there to count pixels. I'm there to get lost in them. Exactly. Also, the whole thing happened in Karpatan Mountains, which are mainly in Ukraine. Nice. Sam Witwicky is more memorable than Jack from Avatar. That guy sucks. He said Jack. Proving his point in his comment. I like it. Self-fulfilling prophecy there much. All right. So we hit that. So we're getting ready to spin this. We got the ABX Comics and Games magnet. So you can slap this on your refrigerator. The Comics Carrying Cancer sticker going in there. We got the 3 trading cards. That is pulled right off the top, but whoever wins is lucky because this week they are fire. We have Azrael Batman from Nightfall, some John Paul Valley, absolutely insane. Oh, snap. Look at that. Some Huntress in the wicked sexy suit. I don't think Gail Simone was a fan of that suit. No, it was the one with the cross that she wasn't a fan of. And then Doomsday. That's wicked. All these are painted cards. These are from the Skybox Master Series, so all of them were painted. And then the HRO, the Hero trading cards. This is from the Black Adam chapter 2, which was the around the time the Black Adam movie So a couple of them will be Black Adam movie cards, or other ones are art. So it's regular trading cards on the front, and on the back they'll have a QR code that you can scan into the HRO app where you can collect a digital version of them, trade them with folks, all that kind of stuff. They're really cool. I've opened a bunch of them, and I still got a bunch still sealed. So there's that. And then from ABX Comics Games, oh yeah, it's right here. That's the giveaway for today. Captain Atom versus Superman. The Ethan Isaacs is what Nick's Kicks and Comics said, and the John Jang variant for that, so we can kick off DC KO's Fight Month in a big way. And because we hit the Super Chat goal, the Art Germ White Rabbit foils going in there, as well as 3 other mystery books. So big shout out and congratulations ahead of time to whoever wins that. I'm getting ready. Never mind, not mainly in Ukraine. I was mistaken. Okay. Well, I believed you. I took you at your word. So good luck to everybody. The way it goes, I'm going to spin this. Whoever's name it goes on gets these books. If you are a channel member in the Legion tier, it's free shipping worldwide. If you're in the supporter tier or just a regular subscriber, it's free shipping in the United States. If you're out of the United States, I can give you a $10 shipping credit, and it's up to you if you want to pay the difference, because worldwide shipping gets crazy expensive, and I do this too often to be able to cover all of it all the time. Superman has a ripped neck. Take a close look at. I was hard to resist licking his neck. So good luck to everybody. Winner for this week is Lord of Brooklyn, BK4 Life. Message me on IG. Message me on IG with your shipping, please, sir. I'm going to assume you're in the U.S. I'm going to assume possibly New York, somewhere around Brooklyn. Yeah, message me, please, sir, as soon as possible, because I'd love to get all this taken care of before the kids get off and I'm just running around to karate. We're taking them to see the Charlie Brown Christmas. Everyone knows a Charlie Brown Christmas special. There's a play for it that's happening today. So I'm probably going down to see that today. Already done the Nutcracker. Already went to the big lights outside. Went and saw Santa Claus. We do a lot during the Christmas season, and one thing we don't do is rest enough. So I like to try to get all that taken care of as soon as possible. So congrats to you. I hope you enjoy. I hope everyone has a fantastic day. I hope you all get to your shops tomorrow. I hope you're able to pick up what you're looking for and enjoy those reads. Be sure to come back on Sunday nights at 8:30. I do At Week's End, the live stream where we talk of spoilers from the week, all the comics, the movies, the TV shows. We're talking Welcome to Derry. We touched on Stranger Things last week. I'm sure we'll be passively talking about it as it comes up between now and Christmas when they drop the next 3 episodes. What a phenomenal kickoff to season 5, the big finale. It's so much fun. And look forward to hanging out and talking with everybody then. And remember, Friday mornings I do the open hangout stream. So if you're available, if you're free on Fridays, you want to come by and chit chat about anything in the world, the whole community is invited. You can hop on screen and join, or just hang out in the chat, either or. Just a good way to come together, catch up, and enjoy and share and all this stuff that we have fun doing. So I'll see all of you then. Until next time, as always, I'm Mark, but we are Legion.